What is going on, everybody? Blazing here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're finally talking mythical relics, both for the clan and live arena. And I'm excited because I pulled one, and it was an interesting feel because we had a 0.05% chance to pull it, and we did off of crafting it from a rare or epic, sorry, crafting material. But I want to find out, am I using this one right? Am I using it on the right champion? And that said, I brought Bick to tell me, am I right or wrong this time? Bick, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Well, I was doing okay until you had to remind me that I'm running the world's most unlucky account. Especially if I compare it to what you've been pulling. God damn, Blazin. Way to start off a video.
Well, if anybody doesn't remember, the last Knights of Teleria podcast, we Beetlejuiced ourselves into a particular champion. I'm not going to spoil the surprise because you could go and watch that. It's at about an hour and a half in, and I could thank Zero Brew for it. But that said,
Yeah. I watched it and I still can't believe it. It's worth the watch, guys. Like, go watch it. It's insane. Do me a favor, add a timestamp
at
to
times
that video if you can.
the highlight
I
of
want
the
to
highlight of the
rewatch that.
podcast.
I'm gonna be referencing that.
With that said, though, let's go ahead. Let's break these relics down and let's see, are they mythical relics or are they just rares in disguise? All right, so let's start off with the Murder Fang. Now, this gives us attack, crit damage, and HP, where it has a 25% chance to deal bonus damage when using default skills. Bonus damage is either 1% on a single target hit, or sorry, 3% on a single target hit, or 1% of AoE hits on target's max HP. So this basically works. I believe it's like War Master, if I'm not mistaken, from your tier 6 masteries. Um, so what are we talking here? I'm not thinking arena nukers or anything like that, or am I wrong?
No, I would definitely not put this on an arena nuker. First of all, they did the thing again with the gem slots that makes me question whoever is like in charge of this their sanity, because for some reason they cannot be consistent with these gemstones, just like they cannot be consistent with the wording on their champions abilities. Having said that, this is basically War Master, and this is something that you're going to be wanting to put on your support champions, I would actually say, for PvE content.
Okay.
So yeah, there are obviously way better relics for PvP content, and dealing bonus damage, flat out bonus damage. You don't need any additional stats for it based off a boss's HP. It's just awesome for freeing up your nuker when it gets consumed by a Hydra head, or just dealing additional damage on Chimera. So, for example, I would love to have this on a Mikage that I'm using in Chimera, especially if she's running Relentless and Merciless, for example, and taking extra turns for your Ninja, your Toshiro, your Harima to get in additional attacks. Every time she attacks with her A1 or her A3, she will do a bit of bonus damage, and it's max HP. This stacks up. We know this from Nut. We know this from Marius. This is just a very good relic to push your damage in clan bosses, I would say.
Okay. So this would work well for champions that you're gonna use AoE attacks on. So maybe like your Cardiels or your Padrigs, right? In what's it called? Fire Knight, something like
Yep.
that. That would work out well for you. Uh but
Yep.
but that's really much it. You're not gonna use it anywhere else, right? So it's not
No.
too crazy. All right. Moving on to this very interesting relic, which is Cross Salad of Rebirth. Now, this is the one that I crafted, and I automatically put this on my White Queen and Cora. It's sitting at a level 12 right now, so I'm getting what, 50-60% chance
It
to
is
get an extra turn,
100%.
and it books up to
If it's maxed
100%.
out, yeah.
Yeah, it books up to a
Sorry.
100%, no worries. It books up to a 100% chance of granting an extra turn when reviving an ally or themselves. So you really want to put this on a support champion. And you know what? I was just thinking to myself, what about putting this on a what's that epic champion called? Um Godseeker and Neri.
Yeah, you could. What about putting it on Wukong?
Ooh, we're gonna go ahead and put that on Wukong next. We're gonna. Oh man, I didn't even think about Wukong.
Yeah,
I didn't even.
this is. I think this is the best mythical relic in this group. This is the best relic in this group. Period.
Wow.
Um, First of all, it is one of two relics in the game that gives speed on the first slot. So obviously the go-to is whatever speed that you have. I think it's insane on any reviver, be it a Duchess, where basically you revive the entire team and then you instantly put up the block debuffs and stuff. It can be incredibly good on Cora as well, especially now with Fabian because you revive them. Fabian's passive triggers, they get feared, and then Ancora goes in with the A2 and cleanses the fear away. This is an incredibly powerful support relic for PvP. However, outside of PvP, because it is so interestingly worded, you can be experimental with it, like that Wukong that I mentioned earlier.
I'm definitely gonna try
I would
that.
also love to see this on something like Raka. I can imagine
Ooh,
this on Raka would bring her more in the spotlight as a champion.
okay. You know, I was actually just also thinking of the legendary champion that we get for the referral friend accounts, because when you mix them with DJ Cronum, when you
Yeah,
mix him with DJ, he revives himself after every three
yeah,
times when he dies. So this could
yeah,
be actually quite nice.
yeah,
So yeah, I've got this on my Ancora and I'm loving it. I'm not I like it's like a built-in relentless set, right? And I don't have to put it in relentless. So now let
yeah.
me
But the fact that this also gives the speed is it's insane. Like, imagine this on a Siphi. You
uh,
you revive someone and then you instantly turn meter boost with like a 9-piece protection into the increased speed block debuffs. It's this is power creep. This relic is power creep.
I'm glad I crafted it. I will say that much. That's
I
a
can imagine.
let's move on to the Infernal Polytope. Polytope. Polytope.
Polito. Yeah.
Gives us
Yeah.
HP, speed, and defense. Fully resets the cooldowns of the wearer's skills whenever their HP drops below 15%. And this, they specifically put in a 3-turn cooldown. Now, I'm thinking unkillable composition or an unkillable champion or Wukong. What am I?
Wukong.
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 Okay.
Wukong. Yeah. That's also the reason, most likely, why they put that cooldown on there. Because imagine Wukong goes down, he comes back up, he has his A3, he has his A2. Uh, this would drive people nuts, and even with the cooldown being 3 turns, this is probably going to be enough to win you the game if you have this on a Wukong.
Okay.
Um, it is also. I also want to point it out that it's kind of like the Chrono Cube. For some reason, they are doing something with like objects and stuff like this. So it's not all references to other champions and stuff. So I wonder if we have like something coming up where shapes and geometric shapes are going to be like a part of some content or a champion's design, or if this is just purely we didn't know, we just went with something.
Well,
Having said that, I think this is also very interesting on maybe obviously Marishka,
mm,
uh, because technically, if you go to 0 HP and you die, then you drop below 15% HP. And then if you have somebody to bring back the Marishka, then Marishka revives with all her abilities available because they reset when she died. Um, so yeah, this is an interesting one. I'm also curious to see if maybe in the future we will have a champion that puts themselves on low HP. Like for example, they maybe like a nuker or something that has like an ultimate ability or something that basically uh, takes away their own HP, and then they will deal bonus damage based on the amount of HP they lost.
Hmm.
And then maybe they have another ability where they can heal themselves up. And then if you would have something like this, then you could like keep going. I don't know, but this is definitely a very very interesting and very very unique relic, and I think people are definitely going to want to have at least a single copy for this for their Wukong.
So I'm thinking here, like if we're running, and I know it's going to be a specialized team, but like if you're running like an unkillable team for Fire Knight,
Yep,
and you could use this as like a full reset for like a cardio to go back in with, a counter attack or what, or the ally attack or whatever.
yep,
Um, it's going to be very interesting. I'm liking the Wukong idea. So I'm getting
yep.
close to my 1300 points for Live Arena. So I'm hoping that when I craft, I have the same luck and craft this one instead of, the next
At
one, which
at what point is the raid community going to open a manhunt for you if you manage to do that? Though is my question. Because that would be the third mythical relic you craft on that account. Correct me if I'm wrong.
no, you're correct. You're correct. I'll tell you what. I won't do it on stream, so that way it is no proof. A and B, they're less likely to know I have it. Um,
Yeah.
but that said,
Uh,
go ahead.
Before we continue on to the next one, I do want to point out that I like the design of this because unlike a lot of the relics that we've been talking about lately, this one has a more general use case instead of being extremely niche. So
Right.
kudos to them because even if you put this on a nuker and it's a nuker that is susceptible to dying, but you're running a 9-piece stone skin reviver like Ancora or maybe a Duchess, then hey, if I revive them, they will have all their abilities available to them. So it's uh, Flareon did a good one with this one. Kudos to them.
I wonder if
Unlike, yeah,
I wonder if I put like a whole team with this, and I use the Marichka, they all come
yeah,
back. Everybody's fully ready to go without a lockout, without any problem. So this could be
yeah.
like the anti. I'm guessing this is what they were trying to figure out with like the anti lockout situation for Live Arena.
Yeah. Well, now we have another problem because they've also been introducing more and more anti-revive mechanics, right? We have Fabian with the fear when you revive. We have the new Void Legendary Orc that has the block revive on the A1. Granted, he's not amazing. And I think we're gonna see more like anti-revive mechanics being added to the game in the near future. So yeah, at the moment, I agree with you, but I am fearful for what Plarium has in the pipeline for us.
Well, we also, a lot of us are getting that new mythical from Chimera, right? That has
Yeah,
the whole thing,
Embrace.
Empress, yeah. So,
Yeah,
well, you're right. You're right. It's going to be very interesting though. But I think I'm really loving the Wukong idea. Really loving the Wukong idea. Um.
yeah.
All right. Death Dealer gives us
Mm,
attack, HP, and speed. Wearer's attacks will always be critical, but the wearer receives 200% more damage.
yeah.
So is this our way, or is this their way of telling us, listen, we don't want to build crit rate anymore. Just go pure crit damage, attack, speed. Don't worry about the 100% crit rate. Like, what's going on here? Because like I can't really, I don't know.
Um, you know, Trunda teams have had it rough. Not
Oh
really. This is
God.
sarcasm. And you know what? We don't want you to struggle when you're running your Trunda Fina team that brings a reset on a block damage buff that you're probably running in a 9-piece protection set and you're constantly resetting. We've heard your complaints. You have had it rough getting 100% crit rate, 500 crit damage, and 10k, like reaching that 10k attack on your Trundas that is +4 with a 6-star blessing. So we made this relic specially for you guys that are struggling in that department. Here you go. That's basically what I think about this relic in a
Gotcha.
nutshell.
Um,
Um,
I'm also thinking like this is another one for Wukong, right? Because if he dies, and he
yeah,
comes back.
yeah.
So
You
the
basically just get to build your Wukong with I don't know whatever amount of accuracy, crit damage, and attack you can put on him, and crit rate is out of the equation.
maybe
Heck,
I
you could
want.
run it on a feral set Seekfront if you
Ooh,
feel like it. Why not? Pump up that attack rating, pump up the crit damage, and then you spawn in with block buffs, block debuffs. So you're safe against combatives. You know what? Oh, my entire team dies. I take 200% more damage. Oh, who cares? Sequent passive kicks in. It's this relic is, in my opinion, catered to the people that are trying to break the game at the highest level. This is the whale damage dealer relic, in my opinion.
wow.
And it's also in the live arena group for a reason. So yeah, there's going to be some very, very silly builds with this. They kind of nerfed it by not putting crit damage on the relic. Um, for some reason, they put HP, which makes no sense to me because, well, 3000 HP is not going to do anything for me if I'm taking 200% more damage. Like, this might
Hold
as well
on.
just have been blank.
I have the answer for you. You got attack,
Oh,
HP, and speed. Brodos, his passive, you could pump out as much damage as you want.
yeah,
He's only
yeah,
going to take that 50%.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, but even then, it would still be better with crit damage on it instead of HP, right? It's
That it would, but that
yeah.
might just make it too busted.
Well,
Man,
it is a life arena mythic relic. Like, what is too busted for this? There's like what, like how many people are gonna have this ever? Like in the next 50 years of Raid Shadow Legends, there's
I'll let you
probably
know
gonna be
next
like,
week.
I'll let you know next week, man. Yeah, now this is like if you look at this group, right? They put in the infernal polytope, which is like obviously a general use busted relic. You can do silly things with it. They put in the death dealer, which is obviously like asking to be abused to break the game. They added the Harp of Caspiel, which is for Chimera, like the clan boss that all these relics are like originating from. The update that introduced this entire mechanism to us. Harp of Caspiel, the best champion for Chimera, is Senna at the moment, and Harp of Caspiel is a match made in heaven for Senna. And they all put it in the live arena group. So Plarium is really trying to get people active in live arena. I still don't understand the extra Pentas. Like this is just a smack in the face. Like imagine you get like you get your seasonal mythic craft
Oh God,
out of live arena, and you craft this thing.
Final Compachi.
So
Final Compachi got this. He crafted it. He got his
yeah,
1300, and this is what he got. His
yeah.
very first
So
one.
everything in this group on legendary rarity for because of the live arena seasons, because it is really something you need to be like doing dedicatedly, uh, especially like for the people that aren't on like top 100 accounts that have like millions of dollars to spend on a gacha game. Uh, and those are the people, like it is the average Joe that is keeping this game alive. Don't be fooled. It's not the whales. The whales are the profit margins. But everything in this group should be insane, and the mythical relics are definitely insane. Harp of Casbiel is definitely insane. Axel Serpentis, it's like, you know that meme with the three dragon heads, the yellow dragon heads, where you have like the first two that are like very very rough and tough, and then the last one is like looking derpy. Axel Serpentis is the derpy looking head, and it just so happens to be Hydra themed as well. So I can't help but wonder if this is like an inside joke at Plarium, where they're like, "How we're gonna get these suckers."
Maybe, maybe. Who knows? We'll see if maybe Ken can test it out for us and let us know if it's anything crazy. But um, yeah, I'll let you know how either Death Dealer or Infernal Polite works for you or for me next week. And I'll try them on both on Wukong. Uh,
Polytope.
yeah, Polytope, Infernal Polytope or Death Dealer. I'll let you know how they work next week. That said, uh, any relic here stands out? Any, if we get them,
Oh
which
yeah,
one do you want to
definitely.
prioritize in building?
Like Blazin, you son of a gun. Chrysalis of Rebirth by far.
Okay.
It is
Um,
it is the one I would prefer to have. But between the Chrysalis of Rebirth, the Infernal Polytope, and the Death Dealer, I don't think you can go wrong. Any one of these mythic relics really stands out. They are truly mythical. Even the Murder Fang, hey, if you get a Murder Fang, don't be sad. Slap it on whatever Chimera, Hydra support champion you have. Most likely is going to be a Mikage. Your damage is just going to go up a bit, which is fine. It's nowhere near as good as the others, I would say. But, having a Murder Fang on your account, I would not be sad about it. Like,
eh,
these mythicals are all top tier. But yeah,
these are all
Chrysalis of
the
Rebirth takes the cherry.
okay. I'm glad to know that I got something good. Uh, that said, so all of these are good. It's not like we're talking temporal stagnator or something, right?
No, no.
So
Uh, Maybe you could argue that the Murder Fang is what the extra Puntis should have been. Like there could be a case where to argue that Murder Fang feels more like a legendary and extra Puntis should just be scrapped, and instead of the Murder Fang, they either just only have the Chrysalis of Rebirth in there as the sole mythic because it is that good, or they basically design a new relic to replace the Murder Fang.
so
Um,
the murder fang though, like that works well with counterattacks, right? That works well with
yeah,
ally attacks. So and if you think of champions that have multi hitters on their A1, that's always a pretty good thing, causing that little bit
yeah,
of extra damage.
yeah.
So
The thing is, it doesn't speak to the power fantasy that a mythical relic should have if you
right.
compare it with the other mythicals. It looks more to fit in on the same level as Harp of Caspiel, in my opinion.
Okay.
So that's why, and especially with how bad Extra Pentis is, that's why I'm saying that, like, the Murder Fang is probably what Extra Pentis should have been. And I also think like there's like on Ultra Nightmare the trial where you need to do a certain amount of damage to the Chimera while with counterattacks or something while you
Yep.
have shields up. I think the Murder Fang is for a lot of people the relic, the missing piece of the puzzle that's going to be allowing them to do this. But at the same time, why put this behind a mythic? It does not feel like a mythic if I compare it to the other relics in this group.
I agree. I agree. Uh, well, hopefully Plarium changes it, buffs it, makes something good out of it. Especially if that is going to be the only two mythical ones that we get out of this area for relics or group of relics. Sorry. So who knows? Time will tell. We'll have to see. There's only four more that are going to be coming in this one. And I don't know. Maybe it could be another mythical, rare, epic, and legendary. Makes sense, right? But I guess we'll have to just kind of wait and see. And hopefully we don't craft this in the meantime. All right. So with all that said, we reviewed all of the mythical ones so far, all of the rare, all of the epic ones. Um, we've had great conversations. You guys let us know in the comments below. Do you want us to cover any other ones? Do you want to talk about maybe comparing which one of the two should go on what kind of, you know, different champions for relics and stuff? Let the conversation happen in the comments down below. And while that's going on, Bick, I need a shout out. What do you have for me, brother?
Oof. You know, I'm gonna shout out myself.
You know, yeah, that's not a
uh,
bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
yeah.
You've guys, he's literally spent 4 hours. I'm looking at the clock here. He spent the last 4 hours recording videos about these Chimera relics. So yes, shut yourself out.
Yeah. So I'm a small time streamer. I do it for fun, nothing else. I would love to like start actively making YouTube videos, but I don't like my last video that I made with you blazing. The quality and everything was so bad. It was so incredibly rushed. I simply am drowned in work. So hopefully like there's like some recruitment going on and stuff at work. So hopefully soon I will have more time to also like do stuff in my hobbies, including making some content for Raid Shadow Legends. So if that happens, I would love to have more content or any content at all that is of a quality that I am satisfied with. Because the last time we recorded something for my channel, I basically did it because of the gem giveaway, and I put out something that I wasn't very proud of. So I'm hoping that in the future this changes. In the meanwhile, if you guys want to check me out, I'm mainly active on Twitch TV. I finally ended my bad luck string of 3 months, where in a 3 month period, everything that could go wrong on my account was going wrong. And yesterday, I pulled a bunch of souls. We wheeled out, we bought a bunch of souls, and we pulled more souls. And yeah, we finally broke the bad luck string. So yeah, if you ever feel like, oh, I'm unlucky, come and visit my stream. You will not feel so bad about your account anymore.
No. They gotta visit my stream when they want to feel bad luck. Um
Oh yeah, let's not get into that.
But that said, listen, you know, you took the first step, you made the YouTube video, you got into it, and I will tell you, go back and watch one of my first YouTube videos, you'd be like, "Holy crap. Where's the audio?" I was using like a my speaker from like my laptop. Like I'm doing it
Yeah,
in my living room. So, you took the first step. That's what counts, that's what matters. Now just keep doing something, you know, a little bit at a time whenever you can. That's how you get into it, right?
I
Um
I the other day I went back to Hell Hades and Ash, their YouTube, and I watched one of their first videos. And yeah,
Exactly. This whole thing that you guys see here didn't happen from day one, right?
yeah.
We learned.
It really is a lot harder than it looks. So like a lot of respect for everyone who makes proper content. Putting yourself up there is really difficult, especially because every now and then, especially because we are recording this without a script. So if you say something wrong or whatever, or you might not notice until it goes up, and then you watch the video and you're like, "Oh no, that's not what I meant," or something like that happens. So it really is difficult to get into, and people like Blazing make it look natural, and I have a lot of respect for that because it's a lot harder than it looks.
I just kind of roll with it. If I screw up and just go with it. That's it. That's it. You can't look it back and be like, oh shit, I got it. I tried that recording things 2 3 times trying to get it. Now you know what? You record it, you say it, you screw up,
Send
you
it.
just go with it. You go with it and you make yourself look out like whatever. You know. That's
Yeah.
again, big shout out to you. And I'm hoping that we can do a lot more video collabs, even on your channel. I really enjoyed doing the questions, the Jeopardy style questions, because it's making me think like, what, okay, I know this one. And then, you know, if I didn't know, the answer was always D.
Yeah.
That's what they told us. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw.
yeah. Yeah, that's what you got in the memo before we started recording. Yeah.
Join us every Sunday, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we dive into the world of Raid Shadow Legends, discussing everything from free-to-play strategies to pay-to-win insight, and covering the journey from early to mid-game. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned player, we have something for everyone. Don't miss out on the Knights of Teleria podcast, the only podcast for Raid Shadow Legends. As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. We'll catch you guys next time.